He's just amused by the entire thing.
Hold on a second.
He can't...
Alrighty then.
He huffs. He's just amused by the entire thing. He can't believe that you bought all of that stuff in a hurry. Yeah, I think you definitely should have taken a second to look at what you were buying. I mean, that does look very nice on you. But I can tell the high heels are kinda hard for you to walk in. He huffs. He glances down at his food. He's just been glancing back and forth between you and his food for a while now. Yeah, I should go back to eating, but can you at least sit down? I don't want to see you fall over. You look like you're going to wobble over at any moment right now.
Okie dokie.
He huffs. He just feels a bit better now that you've taken those high heels off. He glances at you every now and then, still thinking how good you look in that outfit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's going to be so pissed when he realizes you've been pretending to be asleep, XD. He huffs. He looks at you every now and then. He notices how you're trying to make it look like you're asleep. He's not dumb enough to believe you're really asleep.
Sometimes they're that late.
But he huffs. He can tell you're trying to trick him. He looks at you, noticing you've suddenly gone to sleep. He can't take his eyes off of you. Yeah. I can tell you're trying to pretend. I mean, you can at least make it more believable. You're not actually asleep. You're just trying to make it look like you are. He huffs. He starts to get a bit worried. He notices how you stopped answering, and you aren't moving at all. He huffs. He sets his food down and gets up. He starts walking over to you.
Uh-oh.
He huffs. He's now standing in front of you. He slowly lifts up his hand and gently shakes your shoulder. Hey, are you really asleep? Or are you just pretending to be? He just huffs. He noticed how you woke up, but was still a bit groggy and weak. He can tell you're not feeling well and it's starting to make him angry. Yeah, bullshit. I knew knew you were just pretending the whole time. Why were you pretending to be asleep in the first place? His eye twitches a bit. He can't believe you pretended to be asleep just so you wouldn't scare him. He huffs. And why would I get scared in the first place? He huffs. He still can't believe you would pretend to be asleep on purpose. He looks at your body, noticing how you look more thin than before. Right. You won't tell me why I would be scared right now. Just answer this other question instead. Why exactly do you look more thin than usual? You haven't, been skipping meals, have you? He huffs. He's just watching you take off that outfit. His eyes immediately go to your body when you take it off. He can tell you're too thin. Yeah. Yeah, I can see how thin you are. And you haven't been eating, have you? He huffs. He expected that answer. He's just standing in front of you, looking at your body. The fact that you haven't been eating is making his blood boil. How long? How long have you been skipping meals and not eating for? His eyes widen when you tell him you've been not eating for a very long time. He is feeling beyond pissed right now.
Uh-oh.
How long is longer than how humans do so exactly? It's not normal for you to look this thin. You look like your skin and bones. He huffs. He's still just standing there, his eyes roaming over your body. Yeah, well, if you only eat sometimes, and you're still looking this thin, then clearly it's not enough, because you're still as thin as a toothpick.
This is sad. Oh my gosh, it's speechless. It's speechless. It's like, wait, what?
He huffs. He's just still pissed at the fact that you're not eating properly. He crosses his arms as he stands in front of you. Yeah, well, the pretending to be asleep is not the issue right now. The issue that you're not eating enough is the main problem. Look at you. You're still looking more thin than healthy. XD, he noticed that. What surprise. He huffs. He still looks extremely pissed at the moment. Don't give me that bullshit right now. Look at your body right now. You're skinny as hell. Do you want me to have to force feed you or something? You can barely even stand right now.
Phew. Oh no.
He huffs. He can tell you're trying to reassure him that you're not that weak. He huffs, still having his arms crossed. Yeah, bullshit. You can't even stand on your own without wobbling. Don't you dare try to lie to me to keep me from getting upset. I saw you fall over earlier and almost pass out. Not only are you skinny as hell, but you're dangerously weak too. And you're still trying to act like you're fine and healthy.
This is sad.
When he huffs, his eyes are still just roaming over your body as he looks at your thin body. I'm mad because you have been not eating. You look severely underweight, you look weak as hell, and you're trying to make it out like it's nothing and you're fine and everything is all right. I'm not falling for this bullshit, and I am mad. For a really damn good reason right now.
This is so strong. It's so eh. I am pretty strong for my type. Oh.
He huffs. He watches as you start to walk away and call for your child. Yeah, I bet this isn't the first time this happened. I can tell you've done this multiple times. And you're pretty strong. Yeah, I highly doubt that with how weak you look right now.
I am being so random right now. Like, random and sad.
He huffs. He notices you walking over to the other side and talking. He's still just watching. He notices you kneel down and speak to your child. Yeah, so you didn't mean to make me angry, huh? Good damn it. Stop trying to reassure me in that you're fine. And you're not fine. You're too motherfucking thin.
Oh boy.
He huffing is just watching you. Yeah, sure you will. You promise that you will be okay after going home? You promise you will start eating when you go home?
Yeah.
Oh, he huffs. He can tell your child helps. But he's still pissed right now. Well, good that your child helps you eat, but that's not the point. You need to be eating more often. Or at least enough. You're way too damn thin. I mean, you're dangerously thin for your own health. You look so goddamn weak you can barely stand, let alone walk.
Oh.
He huffs as he sees you smile. He notices you start to tear up. He huffs. Yeah, go ahead and smile and cry. You clearly aren't taking this seriously, and you still refuse to admit how unbelievably thin you look. He huffs and raises his eyebrow as you say that. Yeah? And what's the reason you're smiling for then? He huffs. He's just watching as you say you both had a surprise for him. Yeah. I'm upset for a really damn good reason. But you're really gonna go through with the surprise despite how pissed I am?
Uh-oh.
He sighs. He's still extremely pissed. But you seem like you're really set on going through with the surprise. Fine. Go ahead and go through with the surprise. Just, you really need to start eating more, okay? He huffs and sighs again. He notices how you start to tear up more. He gets even more pissed. He huffs. Yeah, you better try. I'm not messing around when I say you look extremely thin. You look unhealthy. I mean, you have barely any fat on your body. You can't seriously think that's normal or okay. Can you? But he huffs. He listens as you reveal why your child was away by himself at the stores while you let him pick the stores he wanted. He raises his eyebrow when you say you did something for him. Yeah? And what exactly would that be? He says this as your child hands him the plushie. He huffs. He looks down and gently holds the plushie. He's not really expecting you to make something that would immediately cheer him up. He looks at the plushie for a moment, before looking at you. Yeah, you do still seem to be smiling, for some reason. But what exactly is this next thing I'm about to see? His eyes widen as he stares into the box. He can't believe his eyes for a moment as he looks down at the $10 million. You're kidding, right? His eyes are still wide with shock as he looks back and forth between you and the money. He's still speechless. You're telling me that's $10 million? He huffs. He leans back a bit as he looks down at the money. He's more than shocked. You're telling me that you and your child went out, bought me a freaking $10 million gift? He shakes out of his shock for a moment. W8. He watches as you slowly get up and start to walk away while crying. Hey, where are you going? He huffs and frowns as you say that you're walking away to not mess up another moment again. He's already upset because of how little you've been eating. Hey, wait a minute. You really don't have to walk away like that. He frowns and looks at you as you stop for a moment. Look, yeah, you pissed me off. I'm not gonna deny that I'm mad, but that doesn't mean you can't still be here with me. So please stop trying to walk away. He huffs and frowns as you ask your child to go get the car and keep an eye on the 10 money for him. Yeah, I'll listen. What is it? He raises his eyebrow when you tell him to hold out his arms. He holds out his arms like you wanted. And he is still holding out his arms. He huffs. Yeah. And what's this final thing you're asking? He just looks at you with a raised eyebrow, and then you say, "Catch me." He puts two and two together and gets ready. How exactly are you planning on me to catch you? he sees you pass out and fall towards him. He immediately catches you before you hit the ground. Jesus. Jesus Christ, what the hell was that for?
Oh no!
He huffs and sighs. He is holding you
Oh,
in his arms.
language, dude!
Jesus fucking Christ. You're unbelievably light. I mean, Jesus, you're practically skin and bones.
Oh no! Oh no!
But he huffs and adjusts his hold on you. He's definitely concerned with how light your body feels in his arms. Jesus, I knew you were skinny, but holy fuck.
Oh no!
But he huffs and frowns as you just continue to stay passed out. He sighs and moves one of his arms underneath your legs in order to hold you up more steadily. Jesus, Jesus, your skin and bones. You feel so weak and light, it's concerning. He just watches as your child lets him know that the car was here. He follows your child to the car while he is still carrying you in his arms. Yeah, we can go ahead and go back home. He huffs as he holds you in his arms and gets you into the back seat of the car. Jesus, Jesus, your body looks so frail, so weak. I mean, Jesus, you're thin as all hell. He sighs and nods in response. Yeah, I can drive the car back home. He gets into the front seat of the car and gets ready to start driving back home with your kid in the back seat. And, well, you still laying down, passed out.
Wow.
He huffs and starts to drive the car back home. Jesus, I'm not just concerned. I'm straight up worried sick over how skinny you are. I mean, Jesus, you look like you're hanging on by a thin thread.
Oh my god.